Hello and welcome to another episode of Wuzzy's Electronic Album Picks, where I provide information on electronic food for your ears and eyes. Today we're going to explore the dark, obscure past. The album is Calvitasian Threshold by Moth. It was released on October 7th, 2019. The album has 6 tracks and a length of
41 minutes and 26 seconds.
The style is dark ambient and dungeon synth. These are my favorite tracks. Track 1, Gnaw, the Cosmic Bark. Track 2, Bury Me in the Grave Next to the Sky. Track 4, Reviving the Dead. Track 5, Dawn of the Great Gathering. Now for the full flavor, put your earbuds or headphones on and enjoy the show. Track 1, Gnaw, the Cosmic Bark. The first track, and it's a great track, it really draws you into this dark, strange world. It starts with a spooky flute and then some bass comes in, some war drums come in, as well as a lead string synth, making a very nice mix. It really reminds me of some old medieval video game music. There's this nice break with strings and a flute that sort of bring more of a warm vibe, not as cold and dark. An accordion joins in, making it sound more sea or pirates exploring the calm ocean. It constructs a bit more, but then goes back to its main serious theme with a vocal synth construction. Track 2, Bury Me in the Grave Next to the Sky. This track starts out a bit darker than the first track. It sounds like you're below deck in a darker, danker place on a ship, or in a dungeon somewhere. It starts with some dark synths that slowly construct with an attractive lonely bass. Some harp and flute comes in and take over for a bit. There's this nice break, then the harps and flute come in again, making a lovely mix. Then some organ begins to play that gets mixed and constructs with some vocal synths in the background. Track 4, Reviving the Dead. This track starts out with a dark bass and piano that sets the mood once again, which is a bit sad or bittersweet. Some harp is added to the mix, leading it to this really cool change with an old beat and organish sounding pirate synth. It's really cool and dark. It reminds me of Davy Jones when he was playing the organ on The Flying Dutchman. It constructs a bit with some other synths and strings. Some heavy vocal synths and other synths come in, making it sound even darker. It breaks down near the end with the vocal synths. Track 5, Dawn of the Great Gathering. This track starts out with some dark organ and some other synths, including a heavy organ, bass, and beat. It constructs with some tambourine and harp on top, making a wonderful layer of melodies. It continues with some light deconstruction and more builds. The organ is a real character in this track. I love it. It breaks down a bit with a bass construction as well as a more heavy battle beats similar to the first track's beat. The harp comes back and dances around the mix. It's very enchanting as well as a bit dark at the same time. It breaks down a bit, highlighting the organ near the end. This episode is themed around our new release, Lost Chamber Scrolls. Have a listen sometime. It's ambient and perfect music for relaxation. For the most part, there are some darker places on the album as well. I want to revisit the dungeon synth genre. I've talked about 2 other albums in the past, so this makes it a little trilogy. The other episodes are below if you're interested. Calvitasian Threshold is a dark adventure into the obscure past with pirates, castles, dungeons, and maybe even some mystical creatures as well. The tracks are all a bit longer, which is nice. The album may be dark, but there are some warmer tones here and there, but for the most part, it sounds like you're in the middle of battle or on a pirate ship, or maybe even hopelessly locked up in the dungeon somewhere. My favorite track was track 5, Dawn of the Great Gathering. Originally, my favorite track was track 4, Reviving the Dead, but it's actually quite a dark track, and I would say one of the darkest tracks on the album. Track 3, Chant of Clouds, was a warmer track as well, and it had a good construction.
Open the door.
Oh, sorry, I don't have the keys.
Open the door.
I can't. I don't have the keys, man. I can't open the door for you.
I love you.
I'm going back to my time period now. Sorry. Now, if you see it on Wuzzy's picks, it's an album to be heard, so I hope you guys check out the full album. If you're a fan of electronic music and enjoyed the episode, smash that subscribe button and a thumbs up. Also, hit that bell so you'll be notified when I have my next video out. If you want to support my show, you can find 3 of our latest releases in the description below. Also, check out my Instagram or YouTube channel, Rhubarb Cabin Records, for more music adventures. Thanks for watching, and have an awesome day and night. Cheers.